intro music? Yeah! Woohoo!
What are fleet presets? Should you care about them? Will you end up using them? Is this something accessible to the new player? Well, as frustrating as you might be in this game, and let's be honest, sometimes those frustrations are very valid. There are things that come along that can be beneficial. This may be one of those to you. However, I'm personally still debating on whether it's valuable to me in Star Trek Fleet Command, and that is fleet presets, which, if you can't kind of judge by the idea of this, it's literally what it says. We're taking our entire fleet that is active, so every dock that you have, and using it all at once. Spoiler alert, that's the theme of this entire video. So, if you were looking for more, but you can also learn how you can get it. So let's just stick with it. All right. What are fleet presets? Well, empower you to save full or partial fleet setups, including your ships and officers. No more manual reconfiguring each time you shift gears between arenas, infinite incursions, territory defense, mining operations, base defense, and more. Instantly swap entire docks with a single tap, customize and name each preset for rapid deployment. Be ready for any challenge, from surprise attacks to planned incursions. You come on down here on the basics of how it works. And actually how it works, you can see part of this in the game now. In fact, I actually want to mention, before we get too deep into discussing it, how you can get it free to play. The main free to play way of how it came out when it came out is actually in Syndicate. Now you have to follow all the way down into Syndicate 59. You'll find a fleet preset slot available to all players. Granted, you might go, Rev, that's very down the road. And sure, that's a true statement, but I will say this. As I do get frustrated, and many of you do, I still appreciate these type of things having those type of options. Now, there are a total of 5 of these slots that one can own, and that is going to be your free-to-play one that you can grab here early on. And then we've also had some event currencies we've seen that if you get enough, you can get one through there. But those are the slots, and this is how the basic works. As you can see, there's 5. Now, I do currently have one myself, so you have to take my word for it and how this works, but it goes exactly how you would expect. We can have all these different options ticked, and for me personally, what would be applications that Rev could use this? Well, to be truthful, I don't know if I'm going to use this yet or not, because I've always aligned my docks to be how I do things. So docks 6 through 8 can be PvP, docks 1 through 3 can be PvE/Armadas, but this does give you more variance to how you can move things around. Now, it will take what you already have in your presets in terms of like what's here, and just like this is for officers for individual ships, this is the idea for doing it fleet-wide. Although I wish there was a button that lets you quickly switch between officer and fleet presets. So let's say this is going to be my primary crew that I want to keep. This is a loot crew on my second PvE ship. But as we have come to know, well, arenas can be slightly different. Normally, this would get loaded out with a Cerritos, and I wouldn't really worry about it past that. But with fleet presets, I can then load out every dock exactly how I want it. PvP, PvP, PvP. But as you see right here, this is mining, not PvP, PvP. This just allows me to keep everything exactly how I want it, and with one button click, swap it all around, which is exactly how it is sold, both literally and metaphorically, figuratively, whatever, in STFC. So you can get through Syndicate expansion to the Flashpoint event store, which is out now. And then, of course, in great STFC fashion, don't you worry your pretty little self, there is a way to purchase it directly in the pay store as well. Now, there is a free-to-play option, again, like I said, at Syndicate 59, and then you also can come into, where is it? I honestly don't remember where it is in the store. There it is, first fleet preset unlock. You can get it for $100. If you're like me, you're simply going to wait until you can get it free to play. But as they also did mention, it is available if you're watching this video during the current month, during the Flashpoint stuff. So go into your not into your Echoes, but go into your Flashpoint event store, and then you can find a preset which requires you to obtain 450,000 currency. Now, if you want to be able to have more than one, so you have a PvP arenas one, a mining loadout, which can be beneficial with this ridiculous mining isogen thing, you're going to need multiple runs. But if you are just needing something to set up for PvP, well, this is going to provide you how to do that. And to see how it works, I'll throw this video on the screen. And as you can see, and as you can expect, it works exactly as you would think. Similar to the officer runs. We're going to go into our fleet presets menu. We're going to then, hey, Do we want to save this ship, that ship? You can select which ones you want to save. So if you only want to have a few set up, that's completely fine, but you'll save those presets as you would officers. And if you only have 6 docks, then it'll save your 6 docks. If you have 8 docks, it'll save your 8 docks. And if they ever add more docks, which, I mean, I hope they do honestly add more docks, then they would put those there, hopefully updating the feature. But pretty predictable. You set your ships how you would want, you set your crews how you would want, and then you save it, and then you're done. And that way, when Monday rolls around, if you do participate in PvP arenas, the 5,000 of you that are left that do, you can immediately switch. If you do take an interest in incursions, then you can immediately switch. Or if you're more of a person that says, hey, I'd like to swap things around for, I like to be one of those people who mines all night. Now I'm gonna set every dock to doing something important at night. Well, you can do that via this. Simply do your preset, swap it on around, and now you're good to go. You can set it up to where there's only a few ships involved in your fleet preset. Maybe you're doing formation armadas, Krenim armadas, anything that you want to be doing, or simple as PvP, whatever it is. That is the basics how it works. It's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty self-explanatory. The big key really comes down to acquiring it, as is the issue with many things in Star Trek Fleet Command. The good news though, we at least know we have something to aim for, which is going to be Syndicate 59, 8, 9. Look again. 59, which is, again, as you can imagine, quite pricey. Get there costing quite a few million Syndicate XP. Don't forget, you can go into various factions now to get more Syndicate XP to make this process a little easier. Again, for me, I just don't really know if it's going to apply. If they continue to, let arenas go the way it's currently going, the main thing I would use it for is now not really valid. Also want to add in that for me, I need to be able to switch to something else. So having just one maybe doesn't really matter, because then I'm just going to go back and change it, right? So like, I want to have at least 2. Now I could just be looking at things in my point of view, and your paradigm could be completely different. But fleet presets is exactly as it is thought to be. Instead of officer presets being individual to a ship, which is what it is, this is individual to all of your docks. You can set them into configurations that you enjoy or don't enjoy. Because I don't really enjoy mining, but this whole Flashpoint thing really likes mining. It's a big fan of that. So if you are as well, there you go. Hope this video helps you out, give you the basics of what this is. And if it didn't, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't worry, we have more content coming, and we're also going to keep our feet to their fire, or their feet to the fire. However that works, it's what we're going to be doing. So if you're interested in the video, subscribe, like, and catch you on the next one. Live long and plunder, Star Trek Fleet Command fans. Don't give up hope. Rebellion's built upon hope. Wrong franchise, but right game. We're gonna get this going. Promise.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.